Hello. Today we are going to be looking at how to install a Dometic S4 window. This guy right here, this one's going to be going on the rear door of my van. And S4 means that it is straight down. Dometic also sell S7 windows, which are curved. So this is a clamp fit window, meaning that you install an exterior part to the outside of the van and an interior part, and you screw them together to get the seal. As opposed to a bonded window, whereby there's just an exterior part that is glued permanently onto the outside of the van. Now, the main reason I got the Dometic S4 window is because it's a double-glazed acrylic window. I live in the French Alps where it gets really quite cold in winter, and on my last van I had a single-glazed glass window bonded to the side of the van. So I really wanted to step it up in this van build and try and retain as much heat as I could, especially during those winter months. The other really cool thing about this window is the fact that it has a built-in bug screen and blackout blind. The problem is when you have the light on inside and it's dark outside, a load of insects come inside the vehicle. So the built-in bug net on the Dometic S4 is actually a really big kind of hidden benefit to the window. So the first step of installing one of these Dometic windows, be it S4 or S7, is going to be to create a frame, because there is a large gap that you can see there between the exterior part and the interior part. We need to fill that gap. Here I have 27mm by 27mm timber, which we're going to cut out to make into a square shape. This part here is actually at a slight angle, so you're not going to be taking the measurements from the top part. You want to make sure you're taking those measurements from down the bottom because of that slight angle. Okay, so we're going to make the frame first. If you are using a circular saw to cut your wood, I would recommend that you mark the wood on two sides, the top and the side, to ensure that you get a straight cut. These cuts have been really clean and they don't need any sanding. This is the only one that does, so I've got some 180 grit sandpaper there. Perfect. So I've already put the pieces of timber inside of the corner clamps in preparation, and I've got my wood glue here. So I'm just going to wood glue all in here. So we've got the 4 corner clamps on now. We're going to pop 4 screws in the frame just to give it a little bit of extra support. Before we put the screw in, we want to drill a small little pilot hole that's slightly smaller than the width of the screw. When you're screwing close to an edge, if you do it without a pilot hole, it has a tendency to split the wood here. So if you drill a little pilot hole, you can remove that risk completely. Hey, Shane here. Quick heads up before we continue. If you're planning a van conversion, you'll know that there's a lot to learn and it can get a little bit overwhelming. That's why I created the Van Conversion Mastery course. It walks you through the entire build step by step. Electrics, insulation, carpentry, plumbing, metalwork, the whole shebango. Instead of bouncing between 50 different YouTube videos, you get one clear, correct sequence to follow. Thousands of students have taken the course since 2019, and thevanconversion.com now helps over 1 million people a year build their dream van. I'm a certified electrical installer, so everything in the course is safe, standards-based, and explained simply, so you can build with confidence. If you think this might help you out, you can get it at thevanconversion.com/mastery. The link is in the description below. So we've got the frame here. We're going to put it up against the van so that we can measure exactly where we're going to be cutting out with the jigsaw. Now we have a little bit of an interesting problem with this position that we're putting the frame, because as I put it against the van, this lip here is actually causing this frame to be increased height from the surface. So what we need to do is actually mark on the frame exactly where we need to shave down, and we're going to shave down on the inside just a few millimeters. So we've just got a random orbital sander here, and we're going to shave down the 4 edges so that our frame can fit flush in where the window is going to go. So I've already marked out with the pencil where we need to shave off. Okay, so we've got the whole frame marked out. Next up, we need to measure 12 mil in from the very corners. That is going to be the center for our hole saw, which is going to give us a nice curved edge there. That's 12, yeah. The next step is to drill out a pilot hole. There's a few things to know with a hole saw when cutting metal specifically. It needs to be bimetal so it can cut metal. You want to use a lower RPM, go a little bit slower. You want to make sure you use tapping and cutting fluid as well. And just to stop overheating in the case that it does get a little bit hot, you can stop occasionally as well. So you can use this sort of a pulsating kind of fashion, because if this gets too hot, the teeth are just literally going to melt away and it'll be too dull to cut. Now we're going to be using the jigsaw on the outside of the van, so I'm going to mark with masking tape all around those four so that we know exactly the line to cut with the jigsaw. Okay, we've got our jigsaw with our metal cutting jigsaw blade. Because we're cutting through metal, we're going to use this on a low RPM setting. I actually got a straight line and just measured with a pencil here to make sure we had an absolutely straight line between all of those hole saws. Nice and slow as you're cutting metal. There's no need to go fast, and just get a nice precise cut. Okay, there we go. Successful cut. Let's take this tape off, which is always quite satisfying. File. Van. Well, hello there. We are going to add some Hammerite white metal paint. Here's our Hammerite, here's our paintbrush. So we've got some Sikaflex 522, and it's now time to put a really big old bead all around the outside. It's just inside of this groove. This here is a rubber groove. So now we need to go in the inside, and we're going to put our frame and our backing flange on and screw into this to secure it. Hello. I'm going to go get the impact driver so we can screw all of these in. That is how to install a Dometic S4 window. Thanks for watching.